Hi everybody, we have 2-week-old Labradoodle puppies in today's video. In this video we're going to tell you all about each of these Labradoodle puppies at 2 weeks of age, tell you what milestones they've reached over the past week, and what we're going to be looking for coming up in the next week. And we're also going to give you just a tiny bit of information on vets, trainers, and groomers. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and these are the 5 mini Australian Labradoodle puppies from our Hoiday Magic litter. So these little kiddos are 2 weeks old. And so what's happened in this past week? Well, the most important milestone in this week is eyes opening. Now, eyes can open anywhere from day 10 to all the ways to day 21. Day 14 is the average day that most puppies have their eyes open by. So why aren't their eyes open when they're born? Well, it's because their brains and their whole central nervous system are not mature enough when they're born. It's not a robust enough system to be able to interpret all of the light and all of the signals that come in through our eyes. So puppies are born with their eyes sealed shut, and then when they are on average, as I said, 14 days old, then the puppy's eyes open. Now these little Labradoodles all have their eyes open already. They all had their eyes open by the time they were exactly 14 days old. And the day before, Purple Collar Girl, who is the smallest puppy in this litter and is right here, that's not you. Yeah, that is you. She was the very first one to open her eyes. So this is a really good thing to note, that just because the puppy is the smallest or the largest in the litter, it doesn't mean that they're going to do things last or first, respectively. Their size just is not an indicator of anything. And as we've seen through many of our litters, the puppy who goes home, who's born and goes home as the smallest puppy in the litter, oftentimes ends up being right near the top of the litter as an adult. So don't be fooled by what you see at this point. Many things are changing. And that's something as well. So over these first 2 weeks, so much changes for these puppies. Well, the only thing they're doing right now is eat, sleep, and repeat. That's all they do. They are working so hard at growing. And if you look at how big they are compared to 2 weeks ago. So for instance, Blue Collar Boy is 755 grams now. And when he was born, he was 197 grams. So it's a huge amount of growth that goes on in just the first 14 days. So they are all continuing to gain weight very nicely. They, as I said, all have their eyes open. They're a very calm group of puppies. We don't hear them talking too much. Posy sometimes likes to go and lie outside of the box now. She's feeling that the puppies are, pretty well able to be on their own without her for a good, she's probably comfortable with up to 20 minutes now. I think she might be comfortable with half an hour, but I put her back after 20 minutes. That's my comfort zone. I usually let the dogs guide me as much as possible, but I do also like to err on the side of caution. Life is very fragile, and even though these puppies are past the extremely critical stage when they're just first born in terms of survival, it's very easy for something to happen at any stage and for a puppy to be lost. Their immune systems are very immature, so it doesn't take very much to upset those immune systems, have them shut down, and you've lost a puppy. It's incredibly rapid. You wouldn't believe how fast it is. So these little guys, like I said, they're all doing just great. There's not a lot of milestones yet. It's just the eyes opening. Next week, we'll probably see the ears opening. And then once the puppies have their eyes and their ears open, that's when we start to see them show us a little bit more about their personalities. Until that happens, I'm not sure if it's because they're just not mature enough to show us anything, or if it's my own human bias where I want them to be able to acknowledge me before I think they're showing me something. But in the meantime, we take notes and we observe their behavior. If there's anything going on, of course, we make a note of it in their file. Who opens their eyes first, those types of things. Or if there's any type of obvious difference between the puppies that we can see already at this age, right, Posy? Yeah. And we still keep a very close eye on Posy. We feel all of her mammary glands just gently each day, making sure that there's no hard spots, no lumps or bumps, and that everything's nice and soft and supple for her puppies. So now let's go ahead and see each of the puppies and find out their weights for this week. This is Posy through and through. Oh, here's the human. I need to be on the lap. She will do this all the time. Never mind, I've got puppies. I need to sit on the human's lap. Right, Pose? Yeah, that's a good girl. So we're going to go through the puppies in birth order, just like we do in every video. And Missy Mummy here is probably going to be unhappy she's not the star, but we'll let her just sit there and balance on me for the time being. So our firstborn puppy is Purple Collar Girl, the one I was just speaking of, and who did open her eyes first. So now Purple Collar Girl, she's changed a fair bit in terms of her appearance. Oh, bye, Po. She decided I wasn't giving her enough attention. Hello, Purpy. So Purpy here is just starting to get her little black nose in. So they're really cute when their noses start to fill in. It will take a couple weeks for their noses to completely fill all in and be black. But so this little girl is an Apricot Extreme Party. And now when you can see her pretty little eyes there, you'll see they're blue. So puppies are all born with blue eyes. They will not stay blue. These puppies will have very pale hazel eyes. And there's a chance always with an Australian Labradoodle that you'll get a green eyes. It's possible. I've never seen it in real life, but I have seen pictures of Labradoodles with green eyes. Hi. So right now, what can she see? Well, all she can see is big shapes, big blurry shapes. If you wear glasses like I do and your eyes have gotten worse as you've gotten older, it would be somewhat similar to if you weren't wearing your glasses, and that you just see a bunch of shapes and things. And one thing I want to point out on the three apricot, the three parties, not the two solids. On these girls, you'll see, and on Green Collar Boy, they have white eyelashes. That is one of the most cool features on a dog. If you want to see how neat it looks, take a look on our website, go to the Our Dogs page, and check out both Tippy and Dottie. They're both parties, and Dottie has, one eye has all white eyelashes. They're about 2 inches long, and the other eye has black eyelashes. She's a black and white party. It's the most cool thing. It's really fun. These guys will have white, this little girl here, Purple Collar Girl, she'll have white eyelashes on both of her eyes. And you can see she's also getting a few more spots. She has a caramel spot down here now that we couldn't see when she was born. And, you know, who knows, maybe another one's going to show up. Lots of nice caramel markings on her ears. That is really going to set off her pretty little face. She's got a lovely little shaped head. Very nice little puppy. Thanks, Perp. Next on the list is our Blue Collar Boy. So Blue Collar is one of the non-party puppies. And one of the boys. Hi. Oh my goodness me, here's my big guy. So Mr. Blue Collar, showing you his big yawn, he's also going to be an apricot. And you can see not as much spotting on his nose, but you can, here, I'm just going to get you to rest. But over here, you can see that the black tinge is evident. And if you look at his lips, if he's going to show them, you can see that they're there too, and he's got those black spots on his feet. So this little guy just has a little bit of white just on his toes there. And underneath you can see he has a little bit on his chest, and you can see how comfortable he is because he's used to me handling him in all sorts of weird positions and having his tummy touched. Last week he would not have been very excited about me doing that. No. And Mr. Blue Collar, oh, Posy, you're sitting on the book. Thank you. Mr. Blue Collar is the biggest puppy. He is 755 grams. You're a tank? Ah, you're a tank. Hey, you go sit down there with your sisses and your bro. That's a way. Next is Pink Collar Girl. And Pink Collar Girl is one of these extreme parties as well. Come here. Come here. Atta girl. Also very sleepy. Oh, and as I'm picking her up, you can see that she too now has a party spot on her back that we couldn't see when she was being born. She's still an extreme party though. An extreme party is one where there is 50% or more white. So you can see in this dog that's obviously the case. Are you going to show anybody your eyes? There they are, those little blue things. Those little blue peepers, look at how pretty they are. Oh, I just can't open them too much. The world is a scary place to look at. This little girl is going to be just as cutest little thing with this one dark ear and the one white ear. I don't know, maybe I've got a thing about the one white and one light and one dark, since I like that in the eyelashes too. So she's going to have eyelashes that are white on both sides. Posy's going to make sure she's all shined up. We wouldn't want to have her on the camera without being all cleaned. Yeah, thanks, Mom. That's a great job. And Pink Collar Girl is, excuse me, if I could just look underneath you, 604 grams. So she has cracked that 600 gram mark. Yay, baby girl. Way to go. There, see, she's all fine. And next in the birth order is Yellow Collar Boy. And Yellow Collar is also an apricot. Hi. Yes, and then first we have Posy. Posy is a beautiful red caramel tuxedo. There, you look at the camera. What a goof you are. She's just the funniest little thing for attention. Always got to do something so that she's right in the midst of it. Never mind paying attention to my puppies. Just pay attention to me. I'm sorry. You're a good girl. What if we look at the puppy that looks like you? Yeah, can we do that? Okay, you sit on me and we'll put the puppy over here where you'll be the star. Good girl. So here's Yellow Collar Boy. Posy can give him a little bath and she'll try and hog the show here. So he's going to be very similar to Posy. He is got lots of white markings on his chest. He's got the white on his head, on his face. He's got the little white feet. Maybe we can show your white here underneath Mom. Try to hog the whole picture. What a nut you are. So this little guy is also an apricot. You can see very clearly how his nose and his face are coming in black, and he's got those little beautiful little white toes. He's going to be lighter than Posy. Now when Posy was born, she was more this color. No, she was not even as dark as that, so she darkened as she got older. So that's always possible. Your dogs can lighten, other than obviously the apricot parties are not going to lighten because you can't get any more blonde than that. But coats can lighten and they can darken, and it's a mystery as to why it happens. Nobody knows. If you could figure it out, you would probably be the most popular Labradoodle breeder that there is. But you just have to always expect that the coat colors are going to change to some degree. And last but not least, we have our big guy. Did we talk how big Yellow is? I think I might have forgotten to say Yellow is 636 grams. And last we got our big apricot party boy, and we'll just look at his back first. So he has more marks on his back than his sisters do, and he also has more color on his face. He's got this adorable little splotch up here. He's got a partially apricot and partially white ear, and then he's got the all apricot ear over there. This guy is a very forward guy. Now this guy does have a little personality already. He's quite talkative. He's quite confident enough to communicate if he doesn't like something, and I suspect he's going to show you that right now. If I put him upside down, yeah, see how he's got his legs like that? He's still not comfortable with that. but he rolls himself over right away. So clearly he's an excellent problem solver. He knows how to get what he wants and work within the environment that he's got. Now that's giving him a lot of credit and a lot of characteristics for a 2-week-old puppy, but that's just an indication. Will it pan out? We'll wait and see. But for now, that's what he's showing me. Yeah. So that's Mr. Green, and Mr. Green weighs 697 grams. So everybody's doing great in the weight department. Milestones being hit right on the money or a little bit sooner. Getting to show you all of their beautiful color as it darkens up and comes in more. And Posy's just doing a great job. So we hope you enjoyed this video. We are going to put a link in the video, or in the comments rather, and that will be to our video in our Puppies 1, 2, 3 series on how to choose a vet trainer and groomer. So this is a really important time when your puppy is 2 weeks old to start looking for these 3 really important people in your life. It's really essential to have a great relationship with a vet who shares your values, as well as a trainer who shares your values, understands Australian Labradoodles, and particularly knows that an Australian Labradoodle does not have Australian Shepherd in them. Many trainers and many people make that mistake, and when you're picking a trainer and a vet and a groomer, it's really important those 3 key partners in your dog's life understand what an Australian Labradoodle is. If they don't know, or they have it wrong, it doesn't mean that they're out to lunch and you don't want to have anything to do with them. It just means you're going to have to educate them and explain, well, no, this is what an Australian Labradoodle is. It's not got any Australian Shepherd in it. And it's very important for health reasons, exceptionally important for training, and definitely in grooming, because you don't want your Australian Labradoodle teddy bear to end up coming back looking like a poodle or a schnauzer or some, I don't know what, or a cocker spaniel when they leave the ears too long. So make sure you start checking all those out. Take a look at the video. It gives you all sorts of tips and bits of advice on how to choose those 3 people. And we'll see you again in a week, and we'll see if anybody has their ears open. That milestone is a little more fluid, so I would anticipate we might have 1, maybe 2 sets of ears open, but I would not anticipate everyone would have their ears open right at the 3-week mark. So thanks so much for watching. If you have time, please give us a thumbs up. It means the world to us. It really helps us out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and just click on that bell icon so you're notified every time we publish a new video and you don't miss anything. And we wish everybody a really happy 2023, as this will be our last update for Posy in 2022. So Happy New Year, everyone, and we'll see you next year.